fire today, especially in that set against Turbo earlier. But I mean, Owl is a threat in himself. I mean, he is literally a top 8 projected seed here at Invasion 2024. If Kendrick Olimar is able to get this, this will be a major thing for the day. But we'll have to see how it goes, as obviously Owlbbs is actually locking in with that Banjo.
Yeah, no, and look at that Regal Blaster already coming out, that neutral beat. We saw earlier, I think I did another stream set with a Banjo yesterday, and it was just such like frame perfect combos to do with that Regal Blaster. It's absolutely insane to see what Banjo can do sometimes. But look at this right now, as both players are just trying to find a little inch. Neither of them have been able to find these big combos that we know both players are able to get with these characters. But look at this, Kendrick Olimar now just staying on the offensive, already racking up 106% early in on this game. But look at the Regal Blaster combos coming out, 4 in a row, popping you up for the neutral air as well.
I mean, you talk about sort of like frame perfect combos. I mean, that specific combo there is so tight in its execution. Even though it looks like the simplest thing in the world, it is so tight in its execution that makes it very difficult to do. But Owlbbs is obviously just a master of his characters. He's literally one of his sole main characters here. He sort of goes back and forth if he wants to lock with the set off with the Banjo sometimes, even the Bayo on occasion, even the Sora. But honestly, the Banjo has always been that character he just loves playing, and recently kind of reignited that passion as well, saying recently on Twitter that the Sephiroth and the Banjo, I feel like, are his characters recently, and certainly it's looking that way. Even though it's a big deficit between the two, it certainly could just take one Wonder Wing or something like that, but instead Kendrick Olimar is going to be the one to take that first stock.
Very good awareness on how the only way the Banjo was going to be able to recover there was by just going straight up underneath the legend, dropping down with that neutral air to be able to just get in the untechable situation, maybe just trying to send him off stage instead, but it worked out. And now Kendrick Olimar with the lead in stocks and is just trying to rack up more percent with these combos. What a parry, getting that up B, and there you go. You could just do anything off of that up B. Well, Kendrick Olimar can anyway. And there we go. Now we see those projectiles just flurrying through the stage and hitting the Big Bear and the Bird. Smart.
It's so interesting as well, because something that I saw a lot from Kendrick Olimar in his set against Carnage yesterday is just this potential just to overwhelm his opponent at every opportunity. He never gave the P player any chance to really do anything, and this is kind of what we're seeing here. It's like he's literally ignited the entire playing field on fire. He does not want to have a single ounce of his stage kind of not covered in projectiles or sort of throwing out moves or anything like that. He wants to make sure that this Banjo cannot do anything, and it's working out so well, because Banjo's not the fastest character in the world. So if you're just constantly throwing out these projectiles, these bombs, these arrows, these sword moves, it is going to make it so difficult for Owl to get anything going.
And I saw there, right at the end of the stock, Owlbbs only used 2 Wonder Wings on it. And that's like a resource that you have to be using in sets like this. When somebody is just overpowering you with these projectiles, just throwing everything out, you need to be rushing in head first sometimes. And it's just not really working out too well with this Banjo at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that. I mean, where's been an opportunity to use a Wonder Wing? Obviously, use one there just to get back, but I mean, has there been a single opportunity for Owl to really use it on stage? No, because Kendrick Olimar is just throwing out this constant pressure everywhere. Obviously, this is, that's what you need. You know what? Actually, that's what you need. That's when you use the Wonder Wing. That is ridiculous of Owl, and what a way to get back in this game.
But this is why they're the top player and not me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why they're sat down here, and I'm going 0-2. Yeah, anyway, so, yes, obviously Owl returning fire there with that incredible combo there into the Wonder Wing. Now just needs to try and keep up, get something like that going again, but I don't think Kendrick Olimar is going to give it, as we do go to the corner of the blast zone, and Kendrick Olimar takes game 1.
Yeah, no, very, in Kendrick Olimar's favor, but Owlbbs was just able to come back that little bit.
Yeah.
It got so close at the end there, just able to ramp up that stock. But Kendrick Olimar was just so dominant throughout, and who knows what we're going to be seeing as we go in the next game. Still staying as Banjo Kazooie, not trying to go for one of the secondaries, which I respect.
Yeah.
Confident in the character, and I feel like with that last stock showing, this definitely could go in the other favor, going straight back to PS2 as well, Smart.
Okay, so this is the big moment here for Owl. Needs to try and get back in this set and hopefully not let Kendrick Olimar just run away with it. Already we're seeing a little bit of a reversal here, where I feel sort of like Owl is kind of, sort of just taking his time a little bit more, sort of reacting to these projectiles, throwing out his own grenades as well, which obviously can combat. Now, I love trying to get the re-grab as well. Didn't quite work out, but at least get a falling up air instead. Just a little bit more chip damage. And here, just keeping up that constant pressure of the Beagle Blaster there, just to sort of like fire away at any projectiles that Kendrick does fire out, while keeping that safe distance away from them.
You know, and we're seeing a completely different game than the first one. This time, Owl is able to get that stock lead, and what a stock lead it is, 40% on your name. Even with that, and look at that gigantic forward air coming out, 18% as the Beagle Blaster, and that Egg Bomb is going so much, is getting so much mileage right now for this game. Because, you know, we said it before, Kendrick Olimar is just throwing out projectile after projectile after projectile. Owl is now returning with their own projectiles and stuffing Kendrick Olimar out before they can get any kind of advantage going. Look at that, trying to shoot the arrows, but the egg hits you and puts you in that little bit of an uncomfortable situation. And that forward air still doesn't kill Smart.
Yeah, not enough yet. But to me, you know, Kendrick Olimar definitely would have wanted that. You know, he needs to get this going. But then, because at this point now, Owl could do exactly what I was going to say about. He could just throw out things like the Wonder Wing, because, you know, he's down to 36%. He's still got 3 more Wonder Wings. Like, why not use them? Like, you know you're going to go down soon anyway, so you might as well just start throwing them out, get a bit more damage. You never know, you might get a stop. But Kendrick Olimar is aware of that one and says, I do not want to fight any of that. Lands the up air, gets the stock away, and now, of course, returning fire. Tries to go for a re-grab there, not going to quite work out. Giving Owl an opportunity here to get a little bit more damage. Kendrick Olimar goes off stage, gets hit by the back air, and suddenly Owl is in a really good place.
Yeah, once again, just like that first stock, Owl is sitting there comfortably at low percent, and here we go. 4, 5, 6 Beagle Blaster shots, and it only did about 18%. That is so unfortunate that move does such little damage for that much work. But you know what? That's the price that you pay when you play a character like this. When you know the character has that little bit of disadvantages, but you learn it anyway, just so you can keep putting your opponent in these peculiar situations that they didn't even know could happen.
Exactly that. I mean, it's kind of these, it's the sort of mix-up from game 1 that we're seeing from Owl right now, which is working just absolutely so well for him. And Kendrick Olimar, I mean, you can definitely see that it's just like, you know what, I'm down a lot here. It is time to play items. Yeah, we are going to throw out all these projectiles. We're not getting engaged because I don't want to get hit by a single Wonder Wing.
Yeah, and yeah, no, there we go. As soon as you said Wonder Wing, I was about to say, I wonder how many have been used this stock already. And as you said earlier, there just really hasn't been a chance in this stock for Owl to use any of those Wonder Wings, because you're just getting hit by every single projectile before you could even have that startup animation come out.
Yeah, you can see there. I mean, this is looking scary. Does not get to follow up into the Wonder Wing there for Owl, but I mean, that's still a lot of damage tacked on. And Kendrick Olimar is still on a hunt just to take the second stock away. It's looking scary by the moment. The down tilt comes out, poking Kendrick Olimar away from the stage, and it's just going to be an easy back air to take the game away. 1-1.
You know, that back air is such a good edge guarding tool in this matchup as well, because I feel like the disjointed moves just kind of beat out that up B. I know it still could possibly trade, and that up B from, you know, Youngling is still a really good disjoint in of itself, but just dropping down with that back air is such a good edge guarding tool just in general, and very, very good awareness from Owl to start using that like we didn't see in that first game.
Yeah, exactly that. So this is, again, like we said before about like what can Owl do, but again, like it's almost like flipped round now to you know, Kendrick Olimar. You know, he needs to figure out a way through this wall that, you know, Owl was throwing out. Instead, you know, because it feels like Owl found his answer to dealing with the constant pressure that Kendrick Olimar was, you know, throwing out in the game 1. And, you know, something like those with the grenades, with the Beagle Blaster, everything like that. And so Kendrick Olimar needs to find a way through it all right now. Looking pretty good here. Does get a chance. Tries to go for the re-grab, gets it, lands it into the up air. That's a lot more damage tacked on. Suddenly 72%. This is where it starts to get a little bit scary for the Banjo player.
And those fire arrows still just coming out as well. And what a good catch with that forward air now. Owl now in disadvantage in the corner again, trying to go for that up B. Kendrick Olimar to get another combo kill confirm with that. And trying to get a kill confirm with the bomb into the down air. And no! Oh! Falling out of the multi-hits. We love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It is a perfect video game, but a catch of the Wonder Wing with that up air puts Kendrick Olimar right where Owl was in that third game, in the second game, I'm sorry. Oh!
And that's just so unfortunate there, because Kendrick Olimar was in a, like you said, a really good place here, 57%, and it's just that unfortunate SD didn't have to jump. But you know what? It doesn't even matter, because, I mean, how much damage can this Youngling throw out in a matter of seconds? 71% is the answer to that. My goodness, so much damage being tagged on. Kendrick Olimar looking in a really good place. Anything like the up air could start to do real damage here. Neutral air tagged on as well. And suddenly Owl's just not able to get anything going here.
You know, if I was in that situation where I just SD in such a big lead, it would just be so tilting. But Kendrick Olimar didn't care, Kendrick Olimar was just like, oh well, I lost that stock really early. Okay, time to keep just throwing stuff out, getting these big combos, getting these big damage. What an air dodge past that Wonder Wing. And now look at that forward air, flanking with the fire arrow. Good tech on the platform there, not getting caught by any more hits of that Freeble Blaster. And look at where Owl is right now, at that ledge, against Kendrick Olimar. You do not want to be there at 137%. Oh,
wow.
okay.
I'm actually changing sides. We both like held our breath there. So we thought, oh, this isn't an SD surely, because obviously Banjo can just sort of just up the quite easily through that, especially with having free jumps and everything like that. But no, I mean there's some rare sort of misinputs coming out from Owlbbs here. Kendrick Olimar is certainly going to take that. We're basically in the same position we were earlier in the game now, with Kendrick Olimar holding that 2-stock lead. Just need to make sure to keep hold of it and get all this free damage, which is looking pretty good here. Again, I like to just keep our distance. And one thing I want to talk about actually, Mr. Slap, is one thing I think I've noticed a lot of Kendrick Olimar is the use of the Nair. Because before we were kind of seeing like Kendrick Olimar playing this sort of items game, but then now we're seeing him throwing out these nairs constantly just to deal with the projectiles as well. Like it's kind of rather than sort of you going for the start, finding out like a boomerang and something like that. He's just instead using that quick nair just to combat through all the projectiles.
Yeah, no, and it definitely worked out in that last game. Now it is 2-1 to Kendrick Olimar. Who knows? Okay, going straight back, same characters. Owl is confident in this Banjo still. We talked about how Owl is, a few more characters up the sleeve. But this Banjo, it was doing work. This Banjo still is very, very good, and it is still auto-play for. We saw the comeback that Owl had. We've just seen every single game. The player's like, okay, I have an answer for you. Now make an answer for me. And then Kendrick was like, okay, yeah, I'll make an answer for you. Now you have to make the answer again. You have to keep answering these questions. You have to keep getting around your player. Adaptation is the key, and it is going very well for both players right now.
It's like the ultimate quiz where you both just got the cheats in front of you. Like you got the answers there, so whoever can do it the quickest. And right now, obviously, like Kendrick Olimar, unfortunately, going to fall through. No, the bomb comes through, exploding at the exact perfect time, so he keeps himself alive in this stock. Obviously, still got to get through and try and actually hit this Banjo here. Gets a kind of rapid jab there, not going to obviously get the kill or anything like that. Just keeping the distance again, throwing out those fire arrows. The wind up of the boomerang there. Going to confirm it. Tries to go for that down there, but not going to be enough to land the hit just yet. Not going to get the stock. This could be a opportunity to hit into the up smash, and Kendrick Olimar takes the first stock.
Very bad position now for Owl, as Owl has to get this back. But very, very good awareness there, catching the tech with that up smash. I was about to say how we've seen Kendrick just get that lead at such a high percent and carry on with it. Oh, look at that, the Nair batting Owl away, having to air dodge back to ledge now. Smart, this is just an insane game going on right in front of us.
It really is. I mean, like we talked about it right at the start about how kind of both of them make like the changes on the fly. Like game 1, it was all Kendrick Olimar. Game 2, it was all Owlbbs. Game 3, it was back to Kendrick Olimar. And now finally, I feel like we're seeing a very, very even game between here. The percentages are a little bit of a gap, but we are in even stocks. And you can see both of them just trying to combat through these items. It's so difficult because they both want to have their items out. That's how they challenge each other. But obviously, only one of them is getting them out quick enough.
And it is definitely Kendrick. Tries to go in for a Nair there, but there we go, the egg bomb catching Kendrick out, although no real conversion is able to come from it. But look at how with the pressure, with the bombs and the eggs coming out, dragged down with that back air, catching with the neutral air, and trying to go for that big Wonder Wing, but Kendrick had the awareness, ran off with that forward air, and now Owl is on their winner's side stock, Smart.
Yeah, this is a big moment here. Into the back airs, leads into more, gets the up B into some more back airs. We're going to get a whole lot of damage going here at 77%. Suddenly, Kendrick Olimar has come alive in this game 4. Looking so strong here as Owlbbs just trying to find a way through. But the side B is going to send right back off. Has to use another one. But this is so crucial, Mr. Slap, because that's 2 Wonder Wings used in Owl's last stock here. Tech has still got to lose one more if he wants to, if Owl wants to take this game away. He's got to get through so much with very limited resources.
Pure desperation coming out from Owl right now. Owl knows this is their winner's side stock if they cannot win this, and it's just throwing everything at the wall, just trying to let something stick. There we go, jumping with the Wonder Wing. You have 2 left, 121%. No more retries, no more stocks to give. Both players now have to just play in perfection, especially Owl. Gets caught by the forward air, not dead yet. Boomerang almost hitting them, just weaving around the bomb, catching that down air with the forward tilt. What a lovely call out of 15% only, and now Kendrick is just pressuring with his arrow small, gets the Nair again. What is going on, Smart?
It's so crucial as well because like Young has so many tools to take the stock away. One down air will take it, one up air will take it. Hell, even a grab might take it at this point. And Owl knows that he's got to keep up that shield. Someone get through, but it is the bomb, the fire into the up air, and Kendrick Olimar gets the upset on Owlbbs and is moving on through in a winner side of brackets.
Honestly, upset after upset
What
we
is
are
going
seeing
on
today. You know, like players are just turning up.
Yeah. I mean, we barely keep up with the upsets, Fred. Honestly, it's just constant refreshing, and it's just a new one. They've been so crazy today. It's been pure chaos. And Kendrick Olimar, I'm not going to lie, Mr. Slab, I'm starting to see the vision here.
Yeah.
I think this guy's going to make the run all the way
Oh,
through.
no.
In fact, actually, I'm very interested to see where that places him because I think he's getting very, very close to a top 8.
Oh, no. I am calling it right now.
One away.
One away. Do we know who they're against?
Ziski.
They're
So, it's scary, but you know what? Again, as I say it, I'm starting to see that vision because the way that Kendrick Olimar is